90.1 WECS, something different. Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Something Different right here at 90.1 WECS. And we've got another special guest in the studio today. Please welcome Ryan Calkins. How are you, Ryan?
Doing pretty well. How are you today, Mark?
Doing wonderful. Any day I've got somebody come down here to play some music is a good day. Even if it's raining outside.
Oh, seriously. Yeah. It's not too bad now. The drive down here, though, a little rainy.
So how far are you, like, from the Worcester area?
Yeah, I'm right outside of Worcester, maybe about 30 minutes northwest of Worcester. A very small town, Oakham. I don't know if anyone knows where that is, but tiny.
Good area. Anywhere in New England is good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ride down here, down 32. I've never taken that ride before.
Oh, yeah, through Munson and...
Yep, it's beautiful farmland and all that.
Yeah. So, I don't even have my questions in front of me. Tell us a little bit about you and how long have you been performing and writing music and playing an instrument?
Yeah, well, I'm an independent singer-songwriter from the Central Mass area. My journey with music has been kind of up and down, I guess, and in and out would be another way to put it. I was born into a musical family, so a lot of sort of like armchair musicians, and some who've gigged and some who haven't, and those that play by campfires and in basements and kitchens and things like that. And so I was kind of born into it, and I've been around it my whole life. So I actually started playing bass around the family for a while. Then I had this kind of period of not being really into music a lot. So I kind of went down the professional career path, so to speak, and went to college and all that. And then, within the last 5 years, I really started to dig back into songwriting and into music, and kind of started taking it more seriously. So it's been an in and out journey.
You've done a great job of stalling while I was setting up the camera and everything.
I'm here for you. Here to help.
Thank you.
That's why you brought me in.
So you actually went to college. Wow.
Yeah, I went to UMass Lowell. I have a business degree, minor in legal studies. So, yep.
Cool. So you're prepared in case you ever break your fingers and you can't play the guitar? Or?
A lot of my professional work has been on keyboards too, so fingers are very important. I should probably get them insured.
Let's start out with some music.
Yeah.
What would you like to play first?
I'm going to play a song called "Don't Know How" first. This is on my live EP that's on Spotify. And this song is kind of like I consider this song like a doodle of a song. It's in terms of like song composition, I would say it's not incredibly intricate, but it just came out one day, and I've decided to keep playing it and record it, and I kind of like it. So.
And the audience like it when you play it live?
I hope so. I keep dishing it to them, so I hope they like it. Yeah, I think they do.
And what's the name again?
It's called "Don't Know How."
Don't Know How.
Yeah. All right, just get my mics set up.
You're listening to 90.1 WECS, something different from the Eastern Connecticut State University. And all the students are back from spring break. It's lovely outside. Everybody's in the dorms studying, though, with the rain.
Yep. Good day for studying. Been there, done that. All right, ready? For 20-something years, and we've been whittled down by these wonderful fights. And if it weren't for me, you'd be a long way from here.
I can stay and count the ways I made you give up the ghost. I need an abacus, some calculus, and a last kiss on your hand. And you could leave this town while I try to grow up. Maybe out there you finally find yourself a man. I got no fruit in the bowl, there's dishes in the sink. I'd hate for you to know, 'cause I know what you think. And you're probably out there forgetting about me. And here I am again, playing back our memory. And I can see you on the screen. Your hair looks real nice, but I can tell you didn't choose it, 'cause you don't like highlights. And I've been on my own for a good while now. I never did grow up, I guess I don't know how.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bravo, bravo,
Thank you very much.
bravo. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more from Ryan Calkins right here at 90.1 WECS, Something Different.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
90.1 WECS. Hello and welcome back. So we've got Ryan Calkins here from the Worcester area, a local singer-songwriter. And so you collaborate a lot. I know Eric Troy, who was here recently, is the one that recommended that you come down here. Anybody else that you're familiar with that you run into often?
I run across quite a few people in the kind of on the scene around Worcester. I don't collaborate a lot, and that's not for not wanting to. It's sort of like a schedule thing, you know. Like I'm just kind of running around a lot, short on time. But yeah, Eric is wonderful. He invited me to his album release party this past weekend, and it was just, or last week I should say, it's just a great time up at Workshop 13 in Ware, Massachusetts, and there's like 120 people in the room, and I was able to do a set, and it was just a great experience, and I'm really thankful to Eric. He's got such great energy, you know.
Yes.
He's got that wonderful energy, and I'm like the polar opposite. I'm like, I'm kind of like stoic and kind of low key and all that stuff. Eric's just got that like really positive, good energy, and so I appreciate his contrast with me. That's for sure. So
You might be really good if you like teamed up and did a duet or something.
yeah, it's not a bad idea. Another person I should also shout out is probably Amanda Cody. She's been gigging in the area around Worcester forever, and I actually go back to middle school with her, and we went to the same middle school and high school, and she's been kind of kicking me in the butt throughout my short musical career here to just get me going to open mics to start, get me up there, tell me where to go next, telling me to go play a songwriting competition. She's just kind of like pointing me in the right direction, very much like a Sherpa. So I have to definitely give her a shout out.
Amanda Cody, she should be coming down next then.
Yeah, bring her in.
I was listening to your music over and over this week, and I feel like I was deeply hanging on to every word. It's evident that your songs are coming straight from your heart, I think.
Yeah.
Do you kind of just write what's on your mind, or are you trying to search for something to pull something out of you?
I'd say a lot of the things start with a sentiment, you know?
Mhm.
Like I feel like an intuitive sentiment usually. And that kind of lingers around in me a little bit, and then words follow after that. I don't know if that's a great way to explain it, but that's what it feels like to me.
Mhm.
But in general, I do tend to try and write things that, you know, are very honest and very vulnerable. Like, I think part of the fascinating, one of the fascinating things about songwriting is, like, as you do it, if you decide to be honest about it, that process of, like, having the song come out is also sort of a personal development process. And so, you know, just navigating the things that you're feeling and experiencing and the sentiments that are there and trying to turn them into something that is a proper interpretation and communication of those feelings is very interesting, fascinating, and it's how I tend to go about it. And I like to try and write things that people are going to find value in.
Mhm.
And so I think one of the ways I can provide value is to navigate that landscape for people and turn it into something where they might, it might give them the words they need for a particular feeling or life experience or whatever it is.
Cool. I'll talk more about one of the. What song would you like to play next?
I'm going to play Green next.
Okay.
So,
You know what, it's funny. I don't think I saw. I think I initially saw that song somewhere, and I listened to it, and I went to go back, and I couldn't find it again. Unless I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Anyhow, maybe I'll listen to you, and maybe it'll jog my memory.
I'm going to step up my marketing then, if you were able to
You've
find
got
it
some
again.
good videos there on YouTube. Some live performances, I think, right?
Yeah, I just put some up. I have some more that are scheduled to go up. I have to shout out my brother for that because he took a bunch of them at Workshop 13 this last weekend and
Oh, good.
sent them all over to me. I kind of dolled them up a little bit. I'll be putting them out.
Cool.
Yep.
So, Green by Ryan Calkins.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I don't understand it, even though I planned it. I found you in your car with your head in your hands and your feet on the dash. Your toes were all painted green. Green like the grass that we used to roll through when the blanket ran out and we kicked off our boots. Green like the lights that sent you so far from me. And I know if I called you up one of these days, you'd probably pick up the phone and turn me away. And I can't say I'd blame you for all the things that you've seen. Scenes of great violence and scenes of great hate, scenes that I wish that I could just take away. Scenes of great violence and scenes of great hate. And this dusty old mirror that hangs on the wall, it frames a man's face that I can't stand at all, whose back was too weak and his heart was just a little too green. Green like your eyes underneath the rain, working hard to find a place without all the pain. And green like the bottles that broke such a beautiful thing. Scenes of great violence and scenes of great hate, scenes that I wish that I could just take away. Scenes of great violence or scenes of great hate. Now the void is so loud, the ceiling reads forsaken. I try to have dreams at night, the good ones are taken. So all that's left for me is just the wind through the trees. And I'd call out to God, just like they tell me, if I thought for 1 second that he'd come to help me. But my knees have been burning and my hands have been clenched for so long.
Thank you.
That is definitely the song that I first heard that I fell in love with. Yeah. And then it was weird. I didn't hear it again.
Huh.
I listened to like 4 songs I can think of. Haven is probably the next favorite one.
Yeah, I'll play that last.
Oh, good. Yeah, Green. I love. Is it the alliteration? Is that how you say it when you kind of have the word in the title is kind of reflected throughout the song?
Yeah. Well, I mean, alliteration is the repetition of the letters, right? So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have mixed feelings about this song, and I tell people this all the time, but like, I don't love playing the song, and it's strange because people like it so much, and so I end up playing it over and over again. And in my opinion, I do what the listeners want me to do, and so like if people want to hear it, I play it. But personally, I struggle with it because sort of the sentiment of it and things. It just, I don't know. It feels like it's just like the scenes of great violence between people in a relationship, and like I feel a little bit of discomfort over that. And it's definitely not first person. I've never been in a relationship that's along those lines. But
Oh, good.
for some reason, this song came out, and as songs do, and they're not always like first person things. And so I just get mixed feelings about it. But
It's probably the audience probably loves it because they can have experiences like that, though.
yes, absolutely. And that goes back to like, if somebody needs this song, then I'm happy to give it to them, let them have it and do whatever they need to do with it. And so that's why I like to get out of the way of gatekeeping songs for people.
We appreciate that you endure doing that song.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's tough playing songs up here.
We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back with some more from Ryan Calkins. Stay tuned.
At Eastern Connecticut State University.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
And we're cool. And have you ever played a house concert, Ryan Calkins?
I've played in many houses. I've never played in a house concert, though. It's something that I've actually been doing some outreach and research trying to figure out where and when I could play a house concert. So if anybody out there would like to offer one up, please get in touch.
Acousticool is a house concert venue out of
perfect.
Bristol, Connecticut.
Great.
They are amazing. And they even built a stage in their backyard because this was getting so popular, and
Awesome.
they have several concerts a year, either in their basement on days like this or in their backyard now.
It's wonderful.
You're working on an album, I think you said, right?
Yeah, so the EP I put together was essentially the songs that people had kept asking me to record, and I just had to get something down for them. But I am always working on sort of the next part of things, and an album is certainly the next step, because the EP is very stripped down. It's literally me. I recorded it with Mark Thayer here in Connecticut in Pomfret, who's amazing. But it's very stripped down, right? And a lot of my songs, they're kind of poised and ready to have a bigger arrangement built into them, and a little more production on them, and that kind of leads to an album inevitably. So
Yeah.
and I've got a lot of songs kind of in the backlog that I want to get down. I
Oh,
probably
good.
have a few hundred of them going.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. It's not like you're struggling to put together a song.
Well, the inspiration and the raw material comes quickly for me. It's usually sitting down to kind of edit and structure and find all those little melodies and things that takes a little longer. So.
Yeah. Yep. Do you have any memorable performances that you've done so far? You said you've only been doing it since like the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, not very long. So I don't have any. I mean, the show I just did this last weekend with Eric in Ware was one of the more fun experiences I've had. A lot of friends and family were there, and it was just a really good event overall. I loved it. But I would say kind of the memorable things that I've had so far are kind of when the room energy shifts based on whatever song I'm playing. It threw me off quite a bit when it first started happening. Mainly if like I'm in a room that's like a bar and it's loud, and then a room that would otherwise be loud goes quiet, and it's just it's hard for me to stay focused with a room. It goes completely quiet.
Oh.
So I'd say like in terms of notable experiences, that's something that has been notable to me. So.
Interesting, yeah. So, like, if you're playing at a bar and you're preferring that people are kind of chatting to themselves while they're listening to you in the background?
I guess it depends. Sometimes I like being wallpaper in the room. Just kind of like on the side doing my thing while people are enjoying themselves, and other times like it's really nice when people are listening intently. And maybe that's why I like the last show I just played. Because it was this environment that was, the audience was certainly listening, but they were also having a good social time in between songs and everything, and so it felt more, I don't know, I just felt more connected to the audience in that one. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Do you see yourself kind of branching out into further parts of the region and playing outside of, say, central Massachusetts?
Yeah, I would love to. The outreach I do for bookings is not just in the Worcester area. I mean, I've reached out to Southern Rhode Island, Connecticut, Martha's Vineyard, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. I'm going to start looking at New York, but I'll go anywhere to play music. I think it's one of my flow state things. I've really, really enjoyed doing it, and I just feel very present playing music, and I'm happy to share it with people and get their feedback and whatever it is. And just the lifestyle and the journey of it all is very interesting to me, versus like, I've had some corporate jobs that are like, Groundhog Day kind of thing. And
Yep.
by comparison, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, for me personally, having more novelty day to day and meeting new people and doing new things is a lot more energizing and appealing to me. So.
Imagine, yeah, it's got to be exciting to like travel to a new area, say New York, Upper New York, and do a gig and meet a lot of new people and gain some new fans and just kind of explore in your free time if you have any out there, and make the most of the experience and live in the moment.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with Sturgill Simpson a while back, and He was saying basically like his job is to travel. You know, he's like the music part comes very easy. It's very fast and it's a very brief part of the job. But he's like the rest of the time I'm paid to travel. You know, I'm in buses and planes and things. And that's what I'm getting paid to do. And so I think I'd imagine his wisdom is likely accurate.
Interesting way to look at it. Yeah. All right. Let's do another song.
Sure.
And then I will tell everybody about the New Music Alliance Radio Hour.
Wonderful. All right. I'm going to play a song called California Gold.
Oh, yeah. That's another good one.
This one's becoming very fun to me because a lot of kids seem to like it.
Really?
The longer time goes on, the more children seem to come up to me and say like, I like California Gold, and that's like the most flattering thing ever as a songwriter. It's like if you can have kids like your music, it's like the ultimate compliment. So
That's cool.
I'm starting to like this one more and more because of that.
I'm a kid from the East Coast, way up north where the snow flows, and the cold can bite your nose and leave you sore. That's where I lost my grip, but I've paid for all my sins, and I even left a tip to settle the score. And now I'm laying down in California Gold, because she feels right to me. I am laying down in California Gold. Her laugh is all I need. And I'm looking for a lifeline. I'm praying hard for a summertime that can last me all my life and maybe more. I'm looking for a gentle breeze, a little hand that I can squeeze, that sets my heart at ease forevermore. And now I'm laying down in California Gold, because she feels right to me. I am laying down in California Gold. Her laugh is all I need. I am laying down in California Gold, 'cause she feels right to me. I am laying down in California Gold. Her laugh is all I need. Her laugh is all I need. Her laugh is all I need.
Thank you.
That is amazing. I love California Gold. I'd say that's probably your most commercial song. We were talking about off the air about commercial songs versus indie songs, and I'd say that's definitely got commercial appeal to it.
Yeah. That one, that started with I was ruminating on John Denver, as one will do, and I was sitting there thinking about Take Me Home Country Roads, and I was like, I wonder if I were to like take a stab at that sentiment of like going somewhere and traveling and like
cool.
having that kind of energy and stuff, and that's the song that came out of it. So
Beautiful.
maybe that's why.
Beautiful song. Ryan Calkins right here at 90.1 WECS. We'll be back with more. He's got another song to play, and then maybe we'll play a game. And after this message, I'm going to tell you about the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. Stay tuned.
Hi, it's
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool. Everything's cool.
90.1 WECS. And the audio is recording properly now. I don't know why it cut out a couple times in the beginning there. It's going to be fun editing this for YouTube. We've got Ryan Calkins in the studio. Before we go back to Ryan, I want to tell you about the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. This is a show that's on right after my show at 4 o'clock right here at 90.1 WECS every week. It's a show that features local original music from Western New England artists, and I will give you a promise that you're going to hear Ryan Calkins on there someday soon. Hopefully next time I do my playlist. So yeah, we feature a lot of local original music from, say, southern Vermont, Brattleboro area, down through western Mass, central Mass, and into Connecticut. And today, folks, in just about 19 minutes, you're going to get a chance to hear our 300th show. Very special anniversary show. We've got all the hosts on there, Mark Sherry, myself, Mistress Miriam, Violet Hosthor, and we each picked some of our favorite songs that we have played on the show in the past 300 episodes. So stay tuned today at 4 o'clock to listen to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. Alrighty. Back to Ryan of Ryan Calkins. That's your real name, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever think of like coming up with like a fake name, like just one name, you know, like Madonna or Adele?
No. If I was going to have one, though, what do you think it would be? What would you throw out there?
I
I'll take
would
suggestions.
say Hunter.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I bet my dad would like that one. He was a sportsman growing up, so he could probably roll with that.
You mentioned earlier about being around the campfire. So you had a musical family, or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My dad played guitar, sang songs. My brother plays guitar, sings songs. My cousin plays guitar. Very, very talented engineer and producer on top of that. Who else? My uncle. My uncle has been at it for decades and decades. He used to gig in bands way back in the day. He still plays to today, and and now more recently, some of the younger generation of my family is starting to to pick up guitar and get interested in it. And so yeah, it's very much a thing that's woven into the family and has been for quite a while.
Excellent. So you're doing your part to carry on the tradition, the family tradition. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do you ever like have you ever like joined some of your family members when they're performing, or?
Well, I'm the only one who's really performing a lot these days. But we join each other all the time at family gatherings and things like that. So like inevitably every holiday, birthday, whatever it is, turns into guitars and amplifiers and all the things. So
I want to be there. That sounds so
come
cool.
on over. Come on by.
Very cool. So I saw a note about your song Haven that read, I read that one of the best things a songwriter can do is give the listener the words they're unable to find for the situation they're in. That's a quote from you. 100%, I think. You have a revelation. Has this revelation changed kind of your perspective of songwriting? What you came up with that?
The revelation of like giving people the words, or
like like your role in the exchange of these words and ideas into a song that gives the listener the words they're unable to kind of find for the situation they're in. Because like a lot of people listen to heartbreak songs because, especially when they're going through a heartbreak, and it helps them to kind of process their own experience by hearing someone else talk about it.
Yeah, totally. Yes. I think that's one of the most valuable things you can do as a songwriter is give people that. And with Haven, it's certainly one of those songs where part of it is, I'd say part of it is my own perspective, but it's also, what would people in relationships maybe want to say to each other that they don't, and I think there's some lines in there that are definitely that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something that they're not saying, and that's usually what's keeping them from resolving their issue.
Totally. Yep.
Just let it out. Let it be honest and let it out, and
Yep.
pick up the pieces later.
Yeah, I think it's tough for people to
It is.
articulate exactly what it is that they want to articulate, and doing it in a way that is constructive and not defensive.
Yeah. That's the key. Be constructive and don't put someone on the defensive. Express how you feel versus telling the other person what you think they're feeling. That doesn't work.
Give you a piece of my mind.
So do you want to do Haven now?
Yeah, I would love to.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Take me in and clean me off. Rub my eyes till I fall asleep. Won't you be a haven to me? And I got walls built up so high. One more brick and I'll reach the sky. So won't you be a haven to me? And I need you more than you could ever need me. I'm not keeping score, but I can tell that I'm lucky. It's not like me, be down and out, but I'm waking from a cruel, cruel dream. So won't you be a haven to me? And I'm not broke, just shedding my skin, waiting for the time till I can try again. So take me in, clean me off, rub my eyes till I fall asleep. won't you be a haven to me? Thank you.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Sentimental, beautiful.
Yep.
And that's Ryan Calkins, my friends. Check him out. How do we check out your music? On Spotify and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm in basically all the places at this point. I'm on Spotify, I'm on Apple Music, Pandora, all the major sort of streaming channels. You can find me at ryancalkins.com. That's my website.
You have a beautiful website.
Thank you.
Very well organized. Looks very professional.
Thank you. And then what else? Yeah, social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Instagram. But yeah, track me down, give me some follows, say hi, all the things.
Cool. ryancalkins.com, right? 90.1 WECS, something different. Stay tuned. We're going to come back and say goodbye to Ryan right after this message.
Hi, this is Paul and Diane with Acousticool, one-of-a-kind live music in Bristol, Connecticut.
And you're listening to Something Different with Mark E. Ramone.
But it's cool, and we're cool, everything's cool.
Hello, and welcome back to another show called Something Different. We've got Ryan Calkins here in the studio from Central Massachusetts, coming into a venue near you, hopefully sometime soon. What have you got coming up, Ryan?
Yeah, so let's see. Tomorrow I'm in a songwriters round at WCUW in Worcester. So that's going to be hosted by Serena May.
Oh, Serena, yep.
Yeah, Ron Carlson's going to join me. Eric Troy's going to join me. We're going to be in the front room over there. So that's tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon. It's on my website. You guys can look there. Next week, let's see. I believe I'm at the Damn Grill in Pepperell.
The Damn Grill?
The Damn Grill in Pepperell. Not the swear dam.
We used to have a restaurant right up the road from here called the Damn Skillet. It's right next to a dam. It's
Right, yeah. It's the same thing with the one in Pepperell. They're right next to a dam. So play on words for sure. So I'll be over there for a 3-hour set next Friday. And I believe I'm back at Off the Rails in Worcester that Saturday towards the evening. But scheduling is not my strong suit. That's why I have to write everything down. So I highly recommend people go to my website because that's where I keep everything.
RyanCalkins.com. Next Saturday, the 12th, live acoustic Java
Acoustic Java.
in
that's what it is.
Worcester, Mass.
Yep.
And
See, this is why.
the 19th, you're going to be live at Off the Rails.
There it is.
Cool.
Yep.
Just a real quick, tonight at the Packing House, right down the street from here, everybody knows it, who's in this area, in Willington, the Packing House. Tonight, Guy Davis is performing, and next Saturday, the 12th, they're having a special Songs for Ukraine 2 benefit. And performing will be our current Connecticut State Troubadour, Kayla Farnham, as well as previous Connecticut State Troubadours, Kate Callahan, Thomasina Levy, Pierce Campbell, and Lara Herskovich. And I'm going to be doing an interview with Lara Herskovich and Thomasina Levy on Monday, so you'll be able to check that out on the Packing House's website shortly after that. And next week I will not be here. I will be out of town. So if you're lucky, maybe Arthur will do a bonus hour of musical myriad, jazz in the afternoon. So that, just to give you a heads up. Okay, so I want to play. Do you want to play a quick game, Ryan, before we go?
Absolutely.
Before we go to the 300th episode of the new Musical Alliance Radio Hour. This is called Lyrical Ponderings, if I can ever get this to come up here.
Story of my life, I think.
Bum. So, here we go. It's called Lyrical Ponderings. I'm going to give you a song title. The song title is in the form of a question, like Men at Work's Who Can It Be Now? You can either tell me who sang the song, and if you can't, you have to answer the question.
Okay.
So pick a number between 1 and 201.
1 and 201?
Yep.
Let's go with 150.
All right, 150. Here we go. Should we tell him?
Am I supposed to hear something? I don't hear. I don't hear any music right now. So.
Do 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 do. Should we tell him? Time's up.
Is this a trick question?
No.
Well, I didn't hear anything. Is something playing?
No. The song title is Should We Tell Him?
Oh. I was expecting to hear something. All right.
No, I don't give you a clip.
Oh,
No.
I see. Should we tell him? Should we tell him? I have no idea.
That's the Everly Brothers from 1958.
Oh man, that's way before my time.
Way.
Not that I shouldn't know, but you know.
Way before.
Should we tell him? So now I have to answer that?
Yes.
All right. Should we tell
Are you
him?
going to tell him? Are you going to tell Troy next week how much fun you had here today?
Oh, yeah. I'll certainly. We should tell Troy how much fun I had.
Eric Troy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep calling him
Absolutely.
Troy. All righty.
The answer is yes.
Good. Ryan Calkins. I'll just call you Calkins now. I only call people by their last names.
Officially right now.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming down. RyanCalkins.com, and check him out on Instagram and all the fun social stuffs like that. Apple Music and Spotify, and catch one of his shows. Excellent performer and an amazing songwriter, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. This has been so much fun. Hopefully I can come back sometime.
Absolutely. So stay tuned for the New Music Alliance Radio Hour, our 300th episode coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned, and thank you for listening, and